Okay. Hopefully if anybody hops in, they can hear me. Live chat. Alright, I haven't done this kind of stream in a while. If anybody is watching, I'm trying to figure out if my mic is working okay. Oh, sweet. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if my mic was working okay because it was cutting in and out on my stream the other day. I'm trying to fix that before the charity stream, and I've got a whole bunch of badass stuff to unbox, and I'm going to enter it into my stream. So I'm going to be going kind of slow on some stuff, but you get to see some of the stuff I'm going to unbox. This is pretty cool. This is from Collector's Choice Comics, but so how this worked is I contacted Randy Emberlin to see if he would be willing to do anything for the Heroes for Heroes charity stream I'm doing tomorrow. And he said, dude, I'm sorry, you got to give me more advance notice. I'm going to be out of town. I said, no problem. I happen to know where he was going, though. I knew he was going to Collector's Choice Comics, so I hit them up because I know Kevin over there. And I said, hey, I know Randy's going to be in your shop. Is there any chance he could send something over for this charity auction? You know, just anything I can do to make that happen. And Kevin was awesome and hooked it up. And so we got this. I need to pop out chat here and watch on my stream. Perfect. So we got this. This is signed by Randy Emberlin down here. This is his rejected ASM 361 cover. So that's going to be up for auction tomorrow on Heroes for Heroes, the live charity stream over on Drip. So, and I'll be simulcasting that here to YouTube. But that is so cool. Hey, what's up, Sonia? How's it going? Yeah, this is a super impromptu thing. I just wanted to make sure that all my stuff was working. And plus, I got to unbox all this stuff anyway, so I figured why not? I've had kind of a weird day. I was cleaning out gutters and doing errands and stuff most of the day. But that is going to be up for auction on Drip tomorrow. 100% of everything I make tomorrow night is going to Mission 22, which is a fantastic veteran program, veteran charity, founded by veterans, a group I'm very glad to be donating to. Let's see, does that, if I click on that, is that highlighting that comment for you guys? It's not going to be like, I'm not doing this through StreamYard, so it's a little different for me. What's up, GT Key? Is there a way for me to integrate chat? That'd be cool. Studio mode. Add. Ooh, I could get fancy like this. Add a window capture. Live chat. Let me try to see if I can set this up right. Hey, thanks, Doug. I really appreciate that. Trying to do something pretty special for people tomorrow, so I really want that to be the focus of things right now. I don't know if that might break, but at least you guys can see what I'm highlighting. I appreciate that, Doug. Thank you very much. Yes. Oh, yes, Sonia. There are definitely keys. I have Danny Girl Comics donated. Oh shit, I'm blanking on the number. Yeah, I'll show this off real fast. Captain Electric donated this Return of the Jedi, or Tales of the Jedi, Frieda Nod Uprising #1. That is a 9.8. That's not necessarily a key. I'm just showing you the slabs because they're easy to show. Black Adam Endless Winter #1. That's the Boss Logic cover. This is a key. This is the first appearance of Thanos' Infinity, not Infinity Gauntlet. What do they call it? The Black Gauntlet. This is like his Army of the Dead of Marvel characters. And then this is that same book. That's the second printing, so it's the first cover appearance. This is that same book, but it's the Black Winter Beta Ray Bill homage cover. And this is the key, 268. That's funny, I have a copy of this getting signed by Jim, well, it's signed by Jim Lee, coming back from CGC soon. I was at Rose City Comic Con. Gotta get it out of the bag to show it off. But that's iconic cover, Jim Lee cover, that's going to be up for auction. And then I have first Spider Smasher. There are a lot of keys. Lots of indies, too, which is kind of cool, because I don't really carry a lot of indies normally. 268 rocks. Yeah, I agree. For Jim Lee, I had a lot of his stuff slabbed already, like the first Omega Reds and all that. So I did X-Men 5 because I actually love Maverick, and that's the first appearance of Maverick. It's also a great cover, right? So it looks really good on a slab with a signature on it. And then I did Uncanny 268. I'm hoping both come back 9698. You know. So I'm starting all slabs. I think all of them I started at $25. I'm starting all like regular, modern, even classic books. I'm starting at $1. If they're an exclusive or signed or virgin cover, you know, like things that go for like 20, 30, 40, 50 bucks, I started them at $10. I have it all set to pre-bid, but people are saying pre-bids aren't working right now. And so I'm working with Drip on that. That's to answer your question, Doug. This is a live auction on Drip. And Drip is, if you're not familiar with Drip, a lot of people aren't, it's where I've been doing my auctions. It's very similar to Whatnot. Like it's a live auction. You bid through the app, your payments through the app, the shipping is through the app. I list all the items. I think it's better than Whatnot in some ways. I think Whatnot is better in a couple ways. I like streaming over there. It's for one thing, the thing I like about it the most for the charity auction, lower fees. So more of the money that you bid is going to go to the charity. The second thing is I get a payout instantly after the auction, so I can pay out that money, start transferring it to my account. So on Monday, I should be able to cut the check to Mission 22 and get it donated and post that up. Who takes credit cards if allowed? I'm trying to think of what your question means there. I know you've bought stuff on Drip before. It's going to work the same way that it's always worked. So it'll work the same way it's always worked for you, Sonia. But yeah, the biggest thing is I want people to sign up, and I'll post. Let me grab the link and I'll post it up for you guys. Here. Let me grab. I copied that link in for somebody else earlier. So if you go sign up with this link, you'll get a $15 credit off a $30 purchase. It's weird. You can't use it for bids. It has to be for buy it now items. But this, you can still sign it. You can sign up either way, but you'll also get that $15 credit. You can use it with me. You can use it with somebody else. Doesn't matter. And also, I have a $30 buy it now donation in the auction. So you can sign up, get $15 for free from Drip, go make a $30 donation, and you're only paying $15. That's pretty cool, right? So basically, like, you're getting Drip to donate $15 to Mission 22. There's also a $100 and a $500, and you might think I'm crazy for doing that. I've already had one comic book store, Comic Corner, is going to come by and do the $500 donation. So that's awesome. Oh, I think, Sonia, I think you can change your preferred payment option on Drip to your credit card. If you'd prefer to do that, I think you can do that. Your finances are your business. I'm just going to say, hopefully, if you do that, you're prepared to pay it off right away. That's just my opinion. I don't want anybody to like carry a balance on their credit cards because of any kind of comic books. Here, I'm going to try to fix this a little bit. This was very, very, very last minute, guys. Not a planned thing at all. That's what last minute means. Let's see here. Is that better? Okay. Yeah. Anyway, I'm just, I'm not trying to be anybody's parent. I'm just trying to say, like, I hope nobody goes into debt for comic books, even for a good cause. Like, support if you can, though, right? And I can show off other stuff that I have already. But thanks to Kevin and Collector's Choice Comics for, they hosted that Randy Emberlin signing. If you don't know who Randy Emberlin is, I did an interview on my channel. He is the co-creator of Carnage. He did a lot of great inking work on G.I. Joe and Amazing Spider-Man and Ghost and a lot of other good series. There's my knife. So the next box I'm going to unbox, this is a huge box. This is from the Dean of Comics. This is heavy. This is heavy. Oh, this thing is 16 pounds. And the deal with this box is not all of this is for, not all of this is like just items I'm going to have to, because I don't think I have time. I've already been entering items like all week. Some of these will be like giveaways in here. Some will be like throw-in items, and some might get moved to a different auction. So that's the other thing. I'm doing a second auction now. Because still come tomorrow. Please still come tomorrow. But I have to do a second auction because Nerdy Girl Comics, Trish Forstner, Chin Potter, Gamma Base Comics on Facebook, they're all sending stuff in, and it's not going to get here by tomorrow. And some of it's like badass original art. Like Chin Potter did a sketch cover for Erica Slaughter for Something Is Killing Children. It's freaking awesome. Trish Forstner, I don't know what she's sending in yet. She's going to send in something. So, definitely got to do a second auction. I'm probably going to do that one on Whatnot, just to kind of get a different pool of buyers in. Or here on YouTube. I haven't decided yet. Yes, thanks to all the veterans that have served. Holy shit. Oh my god, Dean. My place is just like packing supplies everywhere now from stuff that people have sent in. Oh. This is bonkers, guys. I wanted to do this on stream because I'm like, shit, you guys may as well check this stuff out. Yeah, 100%. X11 Bravo is a group that works with veterans in the comic book community. Probably Battle 66 Delta is the one driving the account right now. And he's an awesome member of the community. I'm guessing it's him. Could be. There's a few people that make up X11. I gotta have a comment highlighted or else it looks weird. I'll leave that. He deserves to have his up. But yeah, they're a great organization that I am fortunate enough to be able to work with. Try to help them out. Try to the biggest thing I really do is I just try to find veterans in the comic community and connect them. And just say hey, Jesus Christ, Dean, if you're watching this later on the rewind, I don't think you're here now. Holy crap, dude. Oh my god. There's so many comics here, guys. There's no way. Oh my god. Dude. There's hundreds of comics here. Some of these... Yeah, I'm showing all the books I just got in. Moths. So that's a whole series. Holy shit. So yeah, not all these not all of these are going to be like, I just don't have time to get all these in. Public domain, Yara Floor, a lot of ASM here. I just don't have time to get all these in, but some of them I will. Like I'll probably grab the books I think are going to fetch the highest price, or like lots of like all the ASM or whatever. But he even told me like not all this is for you to like get in. Like, you know, some of it's for giveaways and stuff like that too. I appreciate it, Doug. Yeah, so I connect veterans that are in the community, or people that want to support veterans, with X11 Bravo, and you know, I let them do their magic. Like those people, they're all committed to the cause, and I do what I can. Like I've donated books or whatever, but like I feel like awareness is there's kind of like a cliche about awareness when it comes to like working with a group, but I think in this case it really is needed. Like X11 Bravo is criminally underfollowed on like Instagram. Go follow X11 Bravo, guys. Like seriously, I guarantee you that like nothing but good stuff will come from it. Whether or not you can help support them, having more followers helps them be visible to other people, right? Primordial. That's cool. Hey, what's up, Rico's T-Rex? Oh, jeez, like he said, like I would say, geez, it probably came out weird. He's sending like just me Love in the Dark, Lois Lane, Stanley the Snowman. This is a signed book. Sam the Talking Gun. Sign there. There's 2 more little boxes here just from him. Spidey, guys, Dean of Comics on Instagram. Go follow him. He didn't really want like credit for this, but I 100% wanted to give him, like, go follow him. It's the least we can do, right? Look at everything he sent in here. Yeah, Sonia. Yeah, Sonia's husband is a disabled veteran, so just want to take a second. You know, as we're on the East Coast, you guys are already in Veterans Day, on Veterans Day, and it shouldn't just be on Veterans Day, but it's a day to thank everybody who's served. Just look at all these ASM books. Sorry if I don't finish my thoughts. I'm tired. I've had a long day. Death of Cain. There's just so much great stuff here. So I you know, what I'll do is my best to get everything in here. Jeez, dude, Champions, Outlaw, little re-reaction, End After End. There's Primordial #1. That's a hot book, right? Or I mean, a hot book. People are interested in that book. There's 2 more ASM. Okay, I showed those ones, but I got 2 more boxes from here, and I got to unbox from him. And then I still have 1 more big box after that from another person. So, by the way, it's not Dean's fault this all came late. This is FedEx's fault. FedEx screwed me big time. Oh yeah, for sure. FedEx screwed me big time on this and a CBCS submission that I've had sitting here. And by the way, Buddy is a veteran, so thank you for your service, Buddy. Been trying to do outreach for 25% of the homeless that are veterans. Yeah, exactly. Like the biggest things that there's a lot when it comes to veteran causes. Yes, yeah. So part of that message got cut off. But he says, Sonia, we appreciate yourself and your family, ma'am. Please ask your husband to reach out to us on IG at X11 Bravo Comics. He'll be in good company. Yeah, please have him reach out. Like, seriously, they do awesome work. 100% vouch for what I don't have to vouch for him, but I do. Go check him out. Even just to stop in and say hi, and they know somebody that's a veteran in the community. Like, maybe that connection becomes important again down the road. Share their posts where they're trying to get their words out. That's my advice. Try to do this without showing addresses on stuff that it's always tough on stream. Recently uncovered my Kershaw Skyline. This is such a lightweight, nice knife. Drop point. I like it. Normally I use my Spyderco Tenacious, You see, it's all my knives are box cutters basically. Um, and then this is like one of my nicer knives, my Benchmade mini Griptilian. All of them just box worn, right? But I need to wash them off. Get the blades washed off. Jesus, Dean, I can't believe everything you did here, man. Dean's just like trying to get rid of comics, I think is what happened. Sign book, The Ghost Fleet. Justice Warriors, not a title I'm familiar with. There's another Justice Warriors. There's Justice League 50. That's a key. That's Jessica Cruz joins the Justice League, I think, or officially becomes a Green Lantern. I can't remember. Yeah. So what I was gonna say, buddy, the things I care about with veterans the most, like there's a lot of things they care about, but the things that I always think about are the suicide rate, which is abysmal. It is one of the saddest facts of our society, is how many veterans commit suicide. And the other thing is the homelessness. And then it kind of goes along with the suicide, unfortunately, the mental health issues that veterans face. I can't, in good faith, like know those facts and not try to do something about it. I can't fix it, probably, but I can help. And I think if enough of us try to help, maybe we can fix it. ASM. That's cool. I didn't notice that Predator cover when it was on FOC, probably. ASM 676. 660. This is from like the Dan Slott run. Spidey in Space. 681. Man, 699.1. And again, like, I can't stress this enough. When he sent it to me, he probably didn't want me to like do this on stream or whatever. But you know, not necessarily. I'm not trying to say all this is going to be in the charity auction tomorrow. I didn't know how much stuff he was going to send. That if I spent, and I can't because I have responsibilities as a family person. If I spent the rest of today, which is not much left, and all of tomorrow entering this stuff in, I could maybe get it all in, but like I have to take a picture of each one. I have to write a description. I have to add like shipping information. Always love that cover. Cap and Spidey. In our area, okay, Buddy says some of this comment's gonna get cut off. Sorry, I'm not formatting that correctly. In our area, we're just taking old abandoned homes, buying them, and then set them up for homeless veterans to transition. That's cool. That's really cool, man. Nice little Spidey free comic book day. I don't know this part of the Spidey run that well. I know there's like a couple keys up here, but these might just be good, you know. So, sorry, I'm not finishing any thoughts. Like I said, this is a very laid back stream. So some of these I might sell to like pay for supplies and stuff. So that's something I want to touch on in the interest of transparency. So what am I doing for this auction? A lot of time. This is a lot of time that I'm devoting to this. I've been working on this for weeks since I announced it, since before I announced it. But entering books, it takes a lot of time. Rebagging and boarding. Like a person, like I'm not gonna say who it was. A person sent me like 50 books yesterday, and they don't have bags and boards in their area, so I had to like go get bags and boards, bag and board them all. It was kind of like buying up a small collection, taking photos, promotion. Handling like coordinating with Drip. So Drip, like, I'm gonna be doing some giveaways. They're gonna feature my stream. So, why? What am I doing? I'm taking care of all the shipping. When I sell all this stuff, there is gonna be a lot of work packing this all up, sending it out. If you guys have received stuff from me, like I pack it pretty carefully. Bubble wrap and all that stuff. So I gotta buy bubble wrap. I gotta buy Gemini mailers. So some of the stuff I might sell, and I know for a fact Dean's gonna be okay with this. Some of the stuff I might sell in a future auction to help pay for some of those shipping supplies, right? Just being honest, like that's probably what I'm gonna have to do. But some of it, I'll definitely like grab some stuff and get it in for the auction. Like there's some cool runs in here. I could do some little lots. Like this is Civil War II. You know, somebody might want to pick that up, right? That's cool. Thanos 14. Sorry, I'm not keeping up with chat. Yeah, that is awesome that you're doing that, buddy. I agree with X11 here. Yes, definitely amazing. Yeah, the PTSD, like I have so much respect for people that serve, and people that serve that were drafted. Oh my God, like the fear, knowing you're going to war where a lot of people are dying, for sure. Like there's a lot of people that signed up in peacetime, and I'm not trying to take anything away from that, but being conscripted, being drafted into that is just crazy to think about. And then now people that choose and volunteer for a lot of reasons, but one of those reasons is our freedom, and to defend our freedom and to defend people across the world that we try to help out, right? And that's things get kind of political there, and I don't want to get into all that, but like these people have sacrificed. I don't care what you think; they've made a sacrifice. I think we can all agree on that. You know, they've risked their lives, or they've put themselves in a position where their life, like the control of their fate, may not be is in their control as it is for the rest of us. I think that's very safe to say, and I think that's very important to recognize. It's like I view it like in some ways like taking care of our elderly. Like we should take better care of our elderly. They've put in a lot of work. They've made sacrifices. Same thing. Like we should at least treat our veterans just as well, right? Like better, I think. But anyways, that's kind of how I view some of that. Like that's why I think it's an important cause. There are so many comics here, guys. X11 says the best way you can help is by continuing to provide our veterans and service members with a stress-free community of support, fun, and camaraderie while we finish building an internal support network. Yeah. Just do what you're already doing, folks. You're all doing awesome. Cool. Yeah, there's won't go into behind the scenes stuff, but I know of like plans, and I'm gonna try to do whatever I can to support those plans to make things awesome for like future endeavors that are along these lines, like building some groundwork. Like one thing is I I like cool names, right? And like I was very careful with the name of this. I wanted to make sure, like I asked X11 Bravo, I asked some other members of the community, is the name Heroes like Heroes for Heroes, like because right, comic book characters, right? Like Spider-Man. When you think of hero, comic books, I think of heroes. I mean, there's obviously lots of great non-hero comic books, but that's what I think of. And going out there and saying the word hero can be kind of conflicting, but I thought Heroes for Heroes, like it was a good name to like rally people behind, but I wanted to be careful with that, so I made sure to ask people, and people had different like opinions. Some said like, it has different connotations for us, and I was like, I understand. That's why I want to know. But most of the veterans and active duty people I talked to said like, the intention's right, and I get it, and it's a good name. So I went with Heroes for Heroes. And one of the tagline I want to be for Heroes, you guys can let me know if this is appropriate, if you think me know if it's cool or not, is Coalition of the Giving. Coalition of the Giving. Thought that'd be a cool tagline for it, and I want that to be I want sellers, people that do this stuff, people that are in the community, people that are in front of cameras, people that make posts all the time. I want them to feel comfortable selling stuff and getting behind like this cause or causes like this even, and kind of rallying behind those banners. I think that would be really cool. I think it'd be neat because my goal was, and it didn't materialize for various reasons. My goal was to get a whole day of streams going, where every stream was the same thing I'm doing, just like all day long. So you could bounce from stream to stream to stream, and we could like send people to the next stream or whatever. That's my goal. And I really want to push for that to happen. You know, maybe it's next year, whatever. That's the thing. But rallying the banners behind a cause like this, and you guys know, like, this isn't the only charity work I'm going to do all year long. I'm also going to do. I did the one for Mothers Against Drunk Driving. That was very special and unique to me, to one of my viewers, Sickotron. The reasons why I did that. But the other one that I really want to do next after this, my ideal plan here is every year around Veterans Day or on Veterans Day to do a charity stream, charity benefit stream for veterans. The other one I want to do, maybe a halfway point, maybe after Christmas, maybe around Christmas, I'm not really sure yet, is for mental health. Because when I think of the comic book community, comic book collectors, mental health is a very serious problem that a lot of comic book collectors, a lot of people in general, but a lot of comic book collectors face. People that are troubled turn to escapism. They turn to comic books. People that are dealing with being deployed. You know, there's always comic book, like K-pop said, there's always, you know, the PX always did a lot with comics. And, you know, like G.I. Joe was really popular, I know, like back in the 80s during that Real American Hero run, and all kinds of other stuff too, not just G.I. Joe. But I think there's a strong tradition of military and comic books and comic book collectors. There's also a lot of comic book collectors that deal with mental health. So those are the two kind of big causes I want to work with, you know, try to help. There are so many comics here. like, to give you an idea, there is a stack this high of comic books right in front of me. Just from Dean. And that is, you can see it on camera now. It's like about 18 inches, 16 inches high. Like 2/3 of a short box that he sent me. That's really cool. And by the way, still have one more box to unbox from him. So he probably sent me a short box. Wow, that is crazy. Let's unbox this one. I've got a short box behind me of comics that people have sent. Like it's one of the shorter, like, graphic short boxes, but it's a short box and it's full. It's it's been incredible. There's also like, honestly, some like stress that comes along with that. Because is there something in here? Because I don't want to, like, holding people's stuff. Can't tell if this is just padding. Yeah, it's just padding. Yeah, people send me their stuff. They trusted me with it. I want it to sell. I don't want to start everything at $1 and have somebody just come in and buy everything for $1. Like, granted, people donated, and I think they expect, like, things might not go for what you expect, but there's a lot of pressure there. Here's another series. Looks like we have, like, Killlock from IDW. There's a bunch of those. 3 issues of Killlock. Heavy Metal Drummer from Behemoth. Heavy Metal Drummer. There's 3. Oh, those are like ash can sized. I see what's going on. Heavy Metal Drummer. They're like 3/4 size. So that's cool. The whole looks like probably the whole run or most of the run there. Amazing Spider-Man 1996 Blast from the Past. PTT, that's a Promiscuous Time Traveler. We'd be down for that. That's cool. Like trying to juggle. I don't want to spill any comics here. Man, I can't. Crazy, man. Ooh. That's kind of got a leggy cover there. Good for a leg person. Seen Barbarian Kung Fu? Oh, is it? Okay, I thought you were talking about the person in the community. ASM, what's that, 693? Ooh, second appearance of Deadpool. Put that in the Mylar, too. Second appearance Deadpool, like, seems like it's worth nothing. It's weird. Like, it's not worth nothing, but, like, considering how much New Mutants 98 goes for, compared to that. Frank Miller Ashcan. That's cool. Black Caravan Shepherd. From Scout Comics. Oh, hey, Force Awakens #1, so that's first Rey Poe? No, not first Poe, I don't think. It's first Rey, first BB-8, and first Kylo Ren, I think. But yeah, it's Kylo Ren. He appears in that, I'm pretty sure. Droids Unplugged. That's cool. Okay, so Barbarians the movie. Okay. Yeah, what was the name of that? By the Horns is fun. Okay, cool. I should update chat here. So I'll check that out. I think I have it available to watch. What was the name of that con again? Because whatever the name was, I kept seeing a different name. Oh, and also We Have Demons #1. Holy cow. So many comics. Jesus. My brain's breaking, like thinking where I'm going to put all this stuff. Yes, that was it. Yumacon, and I thought Your Mamacon every time I saw it. And Michael McComb was supposed to come. That's what she said. Literally. Nice. Right on. I'm gonna hide chat for a second. So now, oh, here's this box. This is from DangerousWaters.com, DangerousWatersComics.com. I wish I could show more. He puts stickers on his boxes for me. I don't know if he does that for everybody. Little Grogu sticking up there. It's so cool. I don't want to show our addresses, but most of my stuff goes to a P.O. box, and if you're gonna send me something, I'll show it to you, but yeah. You can definitely sail through dangerous waters in this box. He's awesome. So some of this is like my FOC stuff that I get from him. So not everything in here is going to be for the auction either, but I know some of it is. Alright. Okay, cool. I can like throw that in. It's a pack of the X-Men cards from like the House of X, Powers of 10 stuff. Damdress. I know you corrected it, but it's just funny. Damdress. Oh, cool. He sent me some sleeves. Can always use those. Okay, this might be my FOC stuff. Just guessing. I don't know. How many people are watching right now? I'm not like on my normal screen. I can't see. Just curious. Doesn't really matter. There's so many boxes, guys. Like, my wife's like probably like, this is fun. I don't blame her. All right, what do we got here? Oh my. Check this out. 1 in 40 Virgin Cherish. Reminds me of Aphrodite 9 for sure. That's cool. 8, that's cool. A set of Edge of Spider-Verse 5 books. This is like 3 first appearances in this book. I'm going to sell these as a set. They had a little damage that might be pressable on one of them, but this is first Web Weaver, first Hunter Spider. Him and I both went pretty big on this book. That's the A cover. That's the variant cover. That's the A cover, and then this is the 1 in 25, which was kind of a hot book for a minute for sure, because that character is created by the people that created Into the Spider-Verse, the directors. Okay, that's an awesome set. Oh my god. Oh wow. Okay. Some top loaders. The set of the Heroes Reborn, kind of like parody, or not parody, but homage to the Marvel Universe Series 4 cards. Some top loaders. That's cool. I can use those. Again, not all of this was like. Some of this, I think he sent me those because he knew I was looking for top loaders. Trying to sell some sports cards from my dad's place that he had in storage for a long time. Let's see, is this giveaway stuff? Oh, I think this is my FOC stuff. Art Germ Zealot cover for Wildcats #1. Oh yeah. Death of Superman. Those are big books. So this is my FOC stuff I got from him. Got a bunch of those. The foil. Got that one too. Is that Jim Lee? Yeah. Almost looked like Brett Booth for a second. Jim Lee. It's been a while since I saw these on FOC. Vanish. #2. Got the Tiger Division book. Love that cover. Mando 5. Got a couple copies of these. Love this. Black Panther 11. 90s cover. Love that. Got a couple of those. Spidey #1. Oh, one of these got sent for the auction. I'll have one of these Art Adams covers for Spidey 1. That's cool. Thanks for my FOC books. Oh, he sent some, oh. That's cool. Promo cards. I mean, these other cards are promo cards too, but these are promo cards for the Danger Room cards. It's not going to focus right if I hold it close. That's cool. I wonder if these were for that art book. That's really cool. I love the X-Men 1 gatefold. Yeah, Art Adams for sure figure. And Zealot. Yep, Zealot. I really want to get, what is it, like Wildcats 6, I think, that has like the booty cover. Not like it's, it's not like a hardcover to get or anything like that. Not worth anything. Oh, I can tell what this is through the plastic. Oh, any keys? Any keys for the charity auction? Look what Headless Hammerhead sent in. That is cool. Batman 66694. First Damian Wayne as Batman, and kinda sorta first Professor Pig. Laszlo Valentin. That is awesome. Dude, you rock for sending that in. That is gonna be a nice book for the auction. Let's see, is there more in here? Jeez, there's more in here. Whoa. Whoa. Check that out. That's cool. There's one of the childbirth scenes. That's fun to open up too. Just saw a couple cool things. That's neat. That is cool, man. That is so cool. So that is George R. R. Martin's The Rise of the Dragon, Illustrated History of the Targaryen Dynasty. That is super awesome. Okay, was that everything? Okay. Whew, I'm gonna be busy. That is so cool. Like, so, man. Sorry, I'm kind of just thinking about this. Like, so Headless Hammerhead of Dangerous Waters Comics, and more. Got one of his cards up here. I'll be throwing these in for the charity auction with everybody that buys some. There's their card. Great friend of the channel. Just sent in an awesome slab. This killer art book. My FOC comics, which I appreciate. Thank you very much. And some awesome like variants there. Like the Edge of the Spider-Verse stuff and that variant. That's cool. The Dean of Comics just sent in like a short box of comics. That's really cool. Starset Comics. Sorry, Starset Collectibles. Sent in a bunch of stuff. Danny Girl Comics sent in a bunch of stuff. Captain Electric. Bird City Comics. 630 Collectibles. Zombie Prophet. I'm probably reading somebody. A whole short box of comics back there. before I got any of this stuff. And then on top of that, Trish Forstner is sending in some stuff. Chin Potter is sending in a really cool sketch cover. I'll show that off real fast. I know it's on my phone and everything, but how cool is that? House of Slaughter, Erica Slaughter sketch. He's sending that in. Got the Collector's Choice sending in that. Comic Corner donating $500. The Randy Emberlin signed print. Nerdy Girl Comics is sending in some stuff too. That's all that, and Gamma Base Comics is sending in stuff too. They're an awesome selling group over on Facebook that I recently discovered, because I haven't been on Facebook until very recently. And I only do it for the channel. All that stuff. It's intense. It's intense. It's been a lot of work entering it all in. Some things like need to get rebagged and boarded, that kind of stuff. I need some of the stuff. I'm like, I don't know what this is. I gotta look it up, make sure I'm not gonna sell a $100 book for $1 or something. Because I got to do that research. There's things like Dean said, I don't know what some of that stuff is. I have to look it up later. I know what this is for sure, but it's incredible. It's a lot of really amazing generosity from people, and we're doing it all for a good cause. So, what I need from you, I got 6, 7, 8 people. I don't even know how many people are still watching, and you guys are some of my hardcore people that already know what's going on. There's one thing I want, and I'm going to be hitting up everybody in the community tomorrow, and I really hope a lot of them share what I'm going to send them, because it's not for me. It's not for any one collector. It's not for any one person that donated stuff. It's for the cause. It's for Mission 22. It's for veterans on Veterans Day. I want people viewing that auction. I want people watching, even if they can't buy. I want them watching, doing the little drips on drip, and sharing. The Necronomicon? That's Facebook. Same thing. It's got the leather skin on it and everything, or human leather. So, yeah, if you can share, if you know one person, you're like, I know they don't watch Bronze Age Nerd. Hit them up. Show them, some of the promo stuff I've been putting out. I'll be putting out more stuff. I want 50 people watching. That's a really ambitious goal. I think the most people I've ever had watching on Drip is 20, 24 or something like that. So that's doubling it. It's 9 p.m. Pacific on a Friday night. If I could do it earlier, I would. I have reasons why I can't. I really, 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 really want to get people in there. And if you can help in any way, if you can bug somebody that can get the word out, please do. Again, even if you can't buy, I respect that. I'm broke right now. I get it. And I will be doing a follow-up auction. I don't know if it'll be Drip. I don't know if it'll be YouTube. I don't know if it'll be whatnot. I need to figure that out, because I need to have that scheduled so I can kind of send people to that. But I want this to be successful. Not for me. Not for anybody that donated. For the community and for the veterans. So let's see what we can do. I appreciate it. Very much. And I too would go to the Necronomicon. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, guys. Oh. It's been a very long day. So I've been posting, as each person sent in stuff, I've been posting a batch of pictures. So there are posts ready to go for everything. On Instagram, on Facebook, I have a QR code that I've posted at the end of those posts. So you can like share that QR code and it takes you to, I think that one, I can't remember if it takes you to the auction or if it takes you to my page, but on my page, the first listing will be the auction for tomorrow. So let me show that link again, just in case anybody's watching on the rewind or anything like that. Which I appreciate, by the way, if people do that. Just plain old text is gonna be the drip guy. You as Psychotron, I'm sure will help out, help do that. And so if you're watching, you don't know what that means. There's a little drip button. It doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't. There, like if you go on Whatnot, there's a little heart thing you can hit, and it puts hearts up on the screen, and it makes people feel good. It doesn't do anything. On Drip, if you get more drips, you get raised to the top of the front page. So like when we've had like 30,000, 40,000, 50,000 drips, it means that my video is going to be featured near the top of the page. And so, nice. There you go. And like I said, so they changed it. So you have to spend $30 to get your $15 credit. But I did put in a $30 donation in the Buy It Now section. So you go to Buy It Now, you spend $30. You're really only spending $15 of your money if you have that credit. Just make sure there's a box that'll come up. Make sure you check to use your credit. And then so, Drip is donating $15 essentially. That's just their program. And then you're doing it. I have a $100 Buy It Now and a $500 Buy It Now. And I'm actually, so I'm curious. I'm going to be looking away from chat for a second. What did they say? Somebody told me about that. So I asked, somebody said pre-bids weren't working. They'll have to click on a specific stream. Yeah. Okay, so if anybody watching, I'm going to post a link in the chat. Some of these things are $1 pre-bid. Just saying. That's the link that I was just told in a Drip support chat to send people to. And I'm told that you guys need to, since you added the pre-bids on a specific stream, they'll have to click on the stream link and scroll down to pre-bid. This is the link. So I pasted that in. Can anybody go? And again, I have things in there that are pre-bid for $1. Like I have a lenticular cover, Calculated Man #1, Department of Truth #1, later printing, Iron Cat, a 1 in 10 #1. They're all starting for $1. If anybody's willing to go in there and see if they're able to pre-bid, even if you don't put the pre-bid through, let me know if it's working, and that way I can kind of troubleshoot this, because I can't pre-bid on my own stuff unless I create another account, and then I got to attach a payment method. It gets kind of weird. So if anybody can do that, I would appreciate it, so I can see if that works or not. And I understand if you can't do it too. I mean, like, even if you don't actually put the pre-bid in, just see if it'll let you try. Sorry, I got a little bit of heartburn going on. I helped my father's going through some stuff. I helped my family clean out some gutters with my best friend, and then I went and got Chinese food afterwards for everybody as like a reward kind of thing, and it was tasty, but it's leaving me with the old heartburn. So but yeah, I'm just curious if anybody's willing to check to see if that worked. That would be awesome. Because people in my Discord were saying they couldn't pre-bid. And I'm like, well, that's not good. Because I want people to be able to pre-bid. Just checking for more information. Yeah, I make sure that people aren't like trying to hit me up right now. Oh, looks like I got a message from somebody who's watching. Okay. So, yeah, so that pick, from what I can tell, then, just to make sure you're seeing the same thing I did. Okay, so you guys look like you're able to pre-bid. I appreciate very much you guys going and doing that. Nice. That's a good book, by the way. That might be, I know your kind of relationship to modern books. That might be one that you read and you're like, this is kind of cool. A lot of people really like that story. And then besides, you'll be the drip guy, so it'd be nice for you to be there. I appreciate it, man. Somebody will probably bid more than that if it makes you feel any better, because I think that book is kind of hot, or whatever. Not like $100 hot, but like people might spend $5-10 on it. We'll see. What else? There's probably other stuff I want to say. I know I just got a few here. I thought that looked like, who did I think that looked like? Walton Goggins. Do you know who that is? Walton Goggins. He's an actor. He's in like Justified, and he was in that Mel Gibson Santa Claus movie that was like an action movie. A bunch of other stuff. I'm like blanking on some other stuff he was in. Kind of looked like that to me. I don't know. Maybe you look like Walton Goggins. The only picture of you that I think the only picture of you I've seen was pretty old, like like an older picture of you. So, I know those guys are asleep. The people that said they couldn't pre-bid earlier. I wonder if they're able to now. But yeah, the fact that you guys can is encouraging. I'm glad that you guys are seeing that. So. Let's see. What else should we talk about? Oh, interesting. I wonder why. And by the way, so is my mic cutting out at all? Does it sound crystal clear? Cutting out a little bit? I did a firmware update on it. I don't know what's going on with it. It really frustrates me. Okay, cool. That's good to know. You do, huh? I wonder if Tex is in there going crazy. I really appreciate the help from both of you for doing that. Okay, good. I don't know, man. It was so frustrating to me. Like I've recorded videos. I recorded a video. I go back and watch it, and I think I'm finally able to hear what you guys were hearing. I recorded like a 20-minute price look back video. I'm going through like 20 different web pages, like checking prices on these old top 5 not to buy books, and it's like the stereotypical like on a cell phone because you and what right, like it's doing that, and I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me? Like 20 minutes of my life just cool. And then it's bad enough I went up live on the stream and everyone's like, yeah, your audio sounds like shit. I'm like, no, I fixed this stuff. Because the hard part is I can't really hear it until I go live, and somebody says you sound great, and somebody says you sound terrible. It's so frustrating. Well, and I'm generally pretty good at solving this kind of stuff. Like, yeah, I hear you. I'm generally pretty good at solving this kind of stuff, but the biggest problem is my computer is like 10 years old or pretty close to 10 years old now, and I do like video rendering and all this kind of stuff on it, and it just it's not cut out for it. And so when I'm trying to run my webcam's a 4K webcam, and even though I have it running in 1080p mode, it still wants to use like a lot more system resources. And then I have my mic running, and then I have to be streaming, so I'm using internet bandwidth. And then so the webcam and the microphone software and the streaming software all hit my CPU pretty hard. Then I use Chrome for a lot of stuff, like when I'm using StreamYard, which might be why this is working better right now, because I'm not using StreamYard. When I'm on StreamYard, I'm using Chrome. Chrome uses a lot of system resources. So it's funny. So my wife and I play. I won that right there. That black box right there. That's an Xbox Series X. I won that from Taco Bell. Hey, what's up, Stonecutter Cam? How's it going? Glad you're here. We're just kind of, this is a hangout stream, very low key. Mostly was showing off stuff that got sent in for the charity auction we have tomorrow night. By the way, there's a charity auction tomorrow night for Mission 22. But I was just talking to Gamma Base Comics about this, and I sent him a picture of this. I'll show it. That's the Xbox I won from Taco Bell. I won it before the Xbox One Series X, but I won it before that came out, and I got it like the launch day. Yes, it was so. It was funny because it was like I was having a terrible day. There was a lot of crap going on. I think I had recently gotten laid off because of the pandemic and stuff. I was working as a data analyst, and the company got a ransomware attack, and they were really in a lot of trouble. And so they didn't continue any IT contracts, like anything that was information data technology related, except for people that were working on the ransomware and like a very skeleton crew. So they let us go because our project wasn't considered like critical, even though we were saving them millions of dollars. It wasn't considered critical, so they laid us off, and that was the last job I had. But it's funny because before that, I worked for Microsoft Game Studios as a contractor. And I worked, some of you already know this, I worked on Halo, the Master Chief Collection, and got to help out on some other games and stuff. But that's what I did. Oh yeah, for sure, man. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. So it's funny because I wasn't going to buy an Xbox One. They were too expensive for me. Yeah, so I got that. I was able to play all the games, and like I got a year of Ultimate Game Pass, which is obviously since expired, and I occasionally add a little time to that or whatever. But that was fun, and I've had a lot of good times with it. But so the point was, that's what I play Fortnite on. Like if my wife plays Fortnite, she'll usually play on that, and I'll play on my PC. And a couple weeks ago, she said something about like, I feel bad that you're always playing on the computer and I get to play over here. And I said, we can switch. I can log you in to Epic on my computer. And we logged her in. And she's playing, and she's like, I don't know how you can kill anybody when we're playing Fortnite. This is terrible. Because it's like, the cool thing is I have a really ultra wide monitor. So that's kind of cool because you can see like a lot more field of view. The downside is, though, it has to render a lot more resolution, right? Even though I've turned that down as much as I can and still have it look good, you still have a lot more resolution to deal with because of the width. And so, anyways, it's kind of like this one funny thing. But then you talked about the Switch. The dude that helped me today clean up my parents' gutters, he played on Switch, and he actually quit. Like, he quit playing Fortnite. He's like, they screwed up the build so bad, like, you can't even play. So I've heard that before. If you have a PS5 and a dope PC, then yeah. I mean, I don't know. I have my moments. I'm not good at building. I do 0 builds. So, and it's so funny because I played PUBG. So that's where I came from. Like the last like competitive games, like I play Halo multiplayer. I haven't in a long time. Although I played Infinite. I played some Infinite when it came out. And I'm pretty decent at that depending on the mode. Like I'm pretty good at like SWAT, some other stuff, because I played it so much for work. And then I played a bunch of PUBG. So I played a lot of like the battle royale game I know is PUBG, and then I played some like Call of Duty Warzone. I like that gameplay style. And then I always used to shit on Fortnite. I just did. Like because I tried to play it a few times, and I didn't know like your first few matches are bot matches, but with a few years ago when I played it for the first time, I won like 12 games in a row, and I'm just like, what is this? This is like baby shit. And I mean, like, the building thing wasn't cool to me. I didn't like it. Um, yeah, that's true. Set it on fire. Yeah, I only build like when I'm playing builds. I only build to like defend myself. Like I put up a wall and that's it. And that's why I always lose at the very like if I'm playing builds, I never get a crown or whatever because I'm just terrible at like the building, the giant structure stuff. Um, yeah, and I've totally taken my. So what happened is my friends got me into it. My friends were like, "Oh, we play like the two guys I least expected to play Fortnite. I go, oh, we play Fortnite like almost every night." And I was like, "Okay, well, it's a free to play game, like, and it's got guns in it, so I like to play it. So sure, I'll try it out." And so I jumped in and started playing Fortnite again, and that was about a year ago, and I've been playing it a lot since then. the tryhards with builds, or specifically, you mean? Um, yeah. Hey, Starset Comics in the house. What's up, Starset? Chris Auditori in the house coming in. That's awesome. Yeah. So this was for the people coming in. This was mostly a stream. I'm trying some things out. Like I'm trying this little chat thing out. This is a really low tech way to highlight chat. And I was showing off like the stuff that came in from Dangerous Waters Comics, and from Dean of Comics for the charity auction. So show you guys what I got real fast. Got some cool ratios and stuff. Got this badass Rise of the Dragon art book. Those are from Dangerous Waters Comics. He also sent Batman 666, the first Damian Wayne as Batman, and first Professor Pig in a 9.4. So those are going to be part of the charity auction tomorrow. I wanted to make sure my mic was working better. After I did a firmware update, I got a short box, like a literal short box of comics from Dean of Comics. So, oh, you're back at Disneyland? Cool. All right. That's cool. Is this, so I saw your IG post. Is this related to the CBCS thing? By the way, speaking of which, oh. Don't want to forget to show this off. That's signed by Randy Emberlin. That's his rejected cover for ASM 361. He signed it down here. And Collector's Choice Comics facilitated getting this to me. I really appreciate that, Kevin. So that's going in the charity auction. And then I officially announced that we will have a second auction because Nerdy Girl and Trish Forstner and Chin Potter are all sending me stuff, and so is Gamma Base Comics over on Facebook. It's not going to get here in time, so I'm doing an overflow auction because I have so much stuff. I don't think even if I ran like a 3-hour auction, I probably couldn't get through all of it. So the things like that I don't get through, I'll move to another auction, and I'll add the stuff that they are sending. And I'll make that'll all be for charity too. Like it'll be a second donation I do, and that will probably either be on YouTube or it'll be on Whatnot. I'm not sure yet, but I want to get like a different pool of viewers and buyers in. So that's what I've going on. I played Batman. Yeah, the Marvel stuff for sure. Don't worry. Don't worry. Sorry, I'm bouncing around chat here. Don't worry. I'm keeping the Alice Ever After 1 in 50 that you sent. Because I don't think it'll sell for very much. Because I tried to sell mine at one point and it didn't go for very much. But I want it to have around. So you sent that. I'm holding on to that, and I appreciate that. And then there was a Harley Quinn, one of the 30th anniversaries you sent. And I'm keeping that too because I have like 6 or 7 of the other. I think it was the Terry Dodson that you sent. I have like 6 or 7 of the other covers because I don't know. I went through FOC and I was like, I like it, I like it, I like it, I like it, and I realized like, I ordered a lot of these, so I was like, I may as well like have like more of a set of those, right? Yeah, the Terry Dodson. Okay, that's cool. Uh, you have to keep something like Star Citizen or else. Well, that's the other thing. Yeah, the juiciest booty book, like, so that's a good question. What is that? So, what was the book that Headless sent here? Uh-oh. Is all my stuff mixed up? Where did I put that? I got too many. Dude, there's so many comics in this house. Oh, here it is. It's not a booty book, but that's pretty cool. But yeah, I'm not gonna keep that. That's going in the auction. That's cool. The juiciest booty book. What is the juiciest booty book I got? There was one I saw. I was like, that's a booty cover. Trust me. My radar always goes off whenever one of those happens. I'm really tired. I'm sorry. I'm all over the place. It's supposed to be like a very laid back stream. But yeah, you gotta think from CBCS, right? You guys want to see my CBCS unboxing? I'm probably gonna pull this part of the video out. So here you're gonna see a little bit different. I might not highlight chat here. I don't know the artist. I'll have to look it up later. That's a good question. Figure drawing. Okay, so here you guys go. I got my CBCS submissions from Rose City Comic Con 2021. Took place in September of 2021. In from FedEx today. I have this box. These are witnessed books signed by Tony Fleece. So these came in. CBCS took a year and 2 months, 14 months to send these off to me. And then they got my address wrong. The address, that I filled in, it was all right on their system on my end when I looked at it. By the way, also, this looks like it was opened and retaped. Which is kind of weird because there's like this clear packing tape, and then there's like these packing straps on the outside that are like coming off. So they took 14 months. These books were handed off in person to CBCS at Rose City Comic Con in Portland, Oregon, September 2021. And FedEx and CBCS screwed up the delivery 3 times. So I finally said, hey, you guys are going to send this back to the sender. I want to use one of these items in a charity auction I have coming up. Please divert it to a pickup location. So they did. They screwed that up 3 times. So I'm not happy. Also, I know the grades in here already, and there is no way that one of these books was in the condition that it came back. There's no way. I would not hand over a book to get signed in the condition that came back in. A modern book. So many boxes. So, not happy about that. But let's see what we got here, right? Let's see what it looks like. So, turnaround time was atrocious. Now, these were pressed. When I asked to have them pressed, I did not realize that CBCS was facing a 1-year turnaround on pressing. Sorry for the tape sounds. Bring on the ponies, that's funny. No, in 2021, more like dogs. Which, by the way, like, some of these books, you'll see what they are. God dang, they use a lot of tape. Some of these books, I wanted to flip them. A couple of these were for my personal collection. A couple of them were to flip. Why not? I believe in that. Like, 2 for me, 2 to sell to make up for the 2 that are for me. But now I'm not even going to sell one of these. I'm just going to give it away. Holy Hannah. There we go. Okay. Okay, good news first or bad news first? What do you want? Good news first. Okay. So good news first. 1 per store, retailer incentive, or retailer thank you. Stray Dogs Gallery, signed by Tony Fleece, in gold up there, in a 9/8. That's pretty cool. Ironically, this is the comic that made me do the pressing, because he had these at his booth. And by the way, I talked to Tony at Rose City Comic Con last year. He was a great guy, super nice. He was doing some sketches. I talked to him for a while. And he had this available. I bought it. It wasn't cheap. It was a super hot book. It literally had just come out like days before and was really hot. So I was like, I'm going to buy that. But I noticed it wasn't in great shape. So I said, hey, let's get these books pressed. It was kind of like all or nothing, right? Like you got them all pressed or you didn't get them pressed. So I said, hey, let's get these pressed. So this is the book I bought there that wasn't in good shape, and it got a 9/8. The books that were in great shape that I brought to the convention for him to sign, because I'd actually submitted a bunch to CGC, so I didn't have like my favorite, like I didn't have the Scream cover or any, like the Crow cover or any of those. So this is the Stray Dogs 2. I think this is the fourth print, which is the 28 Days Later, signed by Tony Fleece, obviously. Got a 9/4. All right, it happens. I'm curious. I see like a corner here that I think would keep it from being a 9/8. I see a spine tick that I definitely don't think was there when I brought the book to the Comic-Con. I definitely don't think it was. But whatever. This one, though. This is Stray Dogs #1, 5th printing, the Dracula homage cover. 8.5? No way did I bring an 8.5 to get signed. No way. And I'm not like saying like I'm the best grader in the world, but you guys have seen some of my CGC unboxings. Like I hit like 22 out of 25 9/8s on a 9/8 pre-screen, so I'm pretty good. And I'm trying to see where the damage is that they saw. Oh, I can't tell if that's on the book. That's like a little tear. I see some rubbing that was not on this book when I brought it there. It just wasn't. So I'm not happy about that. And then this one's not bad news. This is something that when I handed it to him, like he signed Stray Dogs. I bought the Stray Dogs from him. He signed the Stray Dogs Gallery. He's like, okay. I handed this to him, and his reaction was like, "Whoa, this is a deep cut." I think those were his words. Like, this is a deep cut, or this is an old one. Not a lot of people know this cover. And I love doing that with artists when I have them sign. I got the same reaction from Todd McFarlane when I brought in. I handed him. It was at a GameStop managers conference. He was a guest speaker, and I was one of the last people to get signatures from him. one of the biggest comic book fans there. It was kind of funny. And he was almost getting ready to close his line. And I talked to him about like Mark McGuire, home run balls, and all kinds of stuff. And I handed him a Spawn #1. He's like, I must have signed 1,000,000 of these. And I said, yeah, I bet. I love the series. And then I handed him the next thing to sign. And he said, I don't think I've ever signed one of these. And it was the Spawn HBO DVD. Like, not the movie, but like the TV series. Like with the cardboard. Remember when DVD cases had like the cardboard folding cover? And yeah, that was really great. Tony Fleece had the same reaction when I handed him this. This is Lost Vegas #3. And I knew this wasn't a 9.8. I thought this was like a 9.4, 9.6. But it's a booty cover. And I was digging through my comic books when I knew he was going to be at Rose City Comic Con, and I'm like, I have to have him sign this, right? Like, first of all, I didn't realize he did it. I didn't know. I didn't buy this knowing it was a Tony. I bought it because it was a cool booty cover. And then I was getting ready for the signing. I was looking at my collection. I'm like, that's a Tony Fleece cover. So I had him sign it. He was so surprised. And that's cool. So really only one book in here that I'm super upset about, and that's the 8.5. But to wait 14 months to get books that are clearly not in the condition that I handed them over in, to get a book that I'm like, this might be like a 9.4. I want to get a press on it. Maybe it's a 9.6, and have it come back a 9.8. And then hand over books that I thought were for sure 9.8 candidates and have them come back an 8.5 and a 9.4. That's really weird. It's really unfortunate. Having them screw up the shipping. So what it is I live in a townhouse. And my townhouse, if you're going to send me a physical address, which I don't let people do for the most part because I don't want them to know where I live for one thing, and for another reason, I don't receive USPS mail at my house. I don't receive mail. I can only receive UPS and FedEx. Or DHL, I guess. And when somebody tries to deliver to my house, if I don't have the apartment number in, they can't deliver to me. The apartment number is a townhouse. And even though in their computer system, when I go and see, it says my unit number, they shipped it without the unit number. So what happened is, the first day, it's out for delivery. I'm all excited. I'm waiting for my CBCS books. And then I get, delivery exception. That's weird. I call FedEx and they say, oh, well, it says an incorrect address. I said, can you tell me what the address is? They read it back to me and I'm like, doesn't have the apartment number, the unit number. They said, okay, we'll add that. Great. Everything's perfect. That was on a Friday. On Monday, I'm pretty sure it was a Friday. On Monday, it goes out again and I'm like, great, we're going to get the book now. And I get a delivery failed, delivery exception. I call back. I'm like, hey, what happened? We corrected the address. And they say, oh, I see what happened is they put the book back out for delivery before they corrected the address. What? I'm like, you had one job. All right, fine, whatever. No big deal. I say, okay, well, if you guys try to deliver it again and it fails, like I don't want it to get sent back to the CBCS, can you go ahead and divert it to a pickup location? So I did that. I had it diverted to a Walgreens location. I don't live near franchise businesses, so it's a drive for me. So I'm having to plan out a trip to go get it. It's kind of the nearest location I could get it picked up at that I felt was secure enough. And so 2 days ago, it's out for delivery. And I was told that a truck's going to deliver it early in the morning to that store and it'll just be there. Well, today at 3 in the afternoon today, I see that it's still out for delivery from 2 days ago. The truck never went back to the depot. And I'm like, what the hell happened? Did this driver make a run for Canada or what? And so I call and they say, well, we show it was delivered to the location. And I'm sorry that didn't update onto your tracking. So I go to the Walgreens, and then the story is it's over. They had the package. I had to sign for it. That was it. Although it is weird, the package, it looks like it was open and resealed. Everything was fine inside as far as wrapped and protected and everything, but I don't know. That was a little strange. So, yeah. it was a frustrating experience with CBCS. Again, I did the submission a long time ago. If you guys aren't familiar, I'm not currently submitting books to the grading companies, not to CGCS, not to CGCS, not to CBCS, not to CGC, and not to EGS or PGX or any of them. Out of principle, I did want to submit some books to EGS to see the new cases, and I still want to do that. That'll happen at some point. I'm interested in checking them out. Yeah, that's just kind of how I feel about the situation and how I feel about the state of grading right now. So I'm doing it kind of more on principle. And I was just getting to the point where I'm like, man, I should probably consider submitting some stuff, because just for resale value for some things, like, I'm a reseller. It's not the number one thing I do, like, by any stretch of measures. I'm a collector first. I love Chris Sewell. He's a baseball card collecting channel. He says, I'm a collector, investor, dealer, in that order. I'm pretty sure I have that right. I love that quote. That's how I look at it. I'm a collector first. I also do some investment type stuff, like a whole books for long-term investment. And I think a lot of collectors are that way, right? Like, you buy a book and you're like, yeah, this will probably go up in value like 20 years from now. So I think a lot of us do that. That may not be the first thing you think when you buy the book. You might be thinking, like, it's just a really cool book. Oh, it's probably gonna be worth a lot of money someday. Like, a lot of collectors have that thought run through their head. Congratulations, you're a speculator. The other thing that I do is I do sell books, and I do that mostly to finance buying comic books for myself, and also to pay bills. But it's not the primary thing I do. So I am not happy with the CBCS experience. I was just about ready to submit again, and I was like, okay, well, CGC has done a lot of shenanigans over the last year that make me not, or 2 years really, that make me not want to submit to them. So I was thinking, okay, well, CBCS, for one thing, I really like CBCS's actual case, the actual slab. I like a lot. I like it way more than CGC slab. It's a lot more secure. It's a lot more, by the way, I'm noticing on this book that should have been pressed, I'm noticing some spine roll that is surprising to me that it didn't come out. Anyways, whatever. I'm happy with the 9.4 on this book, by the way. 9.6 would have been better, I think, for it, from what I kind of pre-screened it as. But I'm satisfied with that. But I was like, okay, well, CBCS. CBCS is the answer. That's who I'll submit to. I like the cases. I don't love their label color. Their blue and their yellow are kind of too pastel for me. And when you're looking at a slab, that's a big part of what you see. Now, I prefer the yellow way more than I prefer their universal blue style label. But, it's just one of those things where, cause I think part of it's because the black lettering stands out more on the yellow. I really like it. It's a very, hard case. Like, CGC's plastic feels very flimsy to me. And so I was like, by the way, this is really scuffed too. I'm noticing that it's really scuffed. Let's see if I can show that. I don't know if the light will pick it up right. Yeah, you see all that scuffing? It's way more pronounced in real life here, but that's actual scuffing. But the actual hardness of the case I like. It's not like, CGC slabs have a dip and a valley in them too, and then they have a raised lip that's really pronounced. This is more like a slab. It's more like a slab of plastic, and I do like that. I don't love the label, but I like the slab itself. So I was cool with that. Let's do CBCS. But then after this experience, I don't know. I think, I have some books that they need to be, for resale value, they need to be submitted. They need to be graded. Otherwise, I'm selling it raw for way less money than its potential value is. I'm talking things like early Claremont X-Men keys, Dark Phoenix Saga keys, that kind of stuff. First Lobo, higher dollar books when they're graded. They're not necessarily worth a ton of money raw, but graded they are. So for those reasons, you kind of almost need to submit them. And I really wanted to move away from CGC, but after they lost the comics and sent comics to an employee's house, after all this stuff, it's really hard for me to want to trust CBCS. And I love the business model of EGS. It's a model I want to support. It doesn't increase the value of your comic books. Like when I'm thinking about it specifically, it doesn't increase the value of the comic books in the way that I need it to do. So I can't use EGS for that reason, like just purely for selling and for value of comic books. I can't use them yet. I would love for that to change. I'm willing to pay a decent amount for EGS Labs. I think that's where the real problem in that equation is what you're willing to pay. It's not whether or not you're willing to use them for that service, it's whether or not you're willing to pay up for it. Because people see that, oh, it's an EGS 9.8. And I think the general consensus is, oh, well, I can pay less for it. Just like with PGX. Oh, I can pay less for that. It happens with CBCS. If I have a CBCS 9.8 and I compare it to a CGC 9.8, the CGC 9.8 goes for more money. I don't think it should be that way. I think CBCS is just as good at grading comic books as CGC. I think in some ways they're better, and in some ways CGC is better. So I don't think there should be a value difference there. Not much of one anyway, but there is. And so you have to consider that. So for those reasons, where I'm coming at from this is I probably will do a CGC submission again. And I feel dirty saying that. But I just feel like I have to for books that are for resale value. For personal collection, I have a lot of books from my personal collection that I actually like to have slabbed. And I've talked about that before. I like to have them slabbed because I want to pass them down in my family. I want family members that end up with them, I want them to know what the value is and not have to be, messed around by a bad dealer or something like that. That's the primary reason. I also think it's a little safer for preservation as far as like it's a hard case. Like if people are moving a comic book box and if I didn't have it loaded correctly, like it's possible things could get bent or lean or whatever. There's more possibility of a handling error, and there's other solutions to that problem, but it's part of the reason why. It's a small part of the reason why. And I think I'm gonna have to go back to CGC. Like I just bought an X-Men 121 today at a comic book shop. It was a great deal. I was up going far away to get these books, and there was a comic book shop in that area. And so I picked up an X-Men 121. It was a fantastic deal. Kind of a VF plus kind of copy, right? For a smoking price. I just recently got a Hulk #1, first Red Hulk cover appearance, in fantastic condition, from a shop I really like working with. Ordered it from them. Those books probably need to be submitted to CGC to get the full value out of them. You could say another grading company, but again, the value you're going to get out of a CGC slab is always more at this point. And I hate to feed into that system. I really do, and I'm aware of that. But at the end of the day, sometimes you have to make those kind of decisions, and that's kind of where I'm at with this. So that's kind of my experience with CBCS. Interested to know what you guys think about CBCS versus CGC. Am I crazy for wanting to submit to CGC again? And again, I'm not gonna do it anytime real soon. I just can't afford to right now, to be honest. That's part of the factor. I need to save up some money to do some of those submissions. But anyways, the point is when I do come around to doing another submission, it's probably gonna be with CGC. And that feels weird to say, but that's where I'm at. All right, cool. Thanks for watching, and thanks for listening to this part of the video. And let's get back to the live stream. All right, so something happened in the live stream while I was doing that. I didn't really want to bring up chat too much, but check this out. Starset Comics came in with a $19.99 super chat. It doesn't show the little sticker when I highlight it, but it says Rage Quit, and that is hilarious. Yes. Okay, so Starset says, somehow I got a 6.5 on a book from 1998, and obviously I didn't think it would be... Yeah. 100%, right? Time was a killer. Shenanigans. They moved... okay, yeah. That's true, they did move. Yes, and that's the thing, is the slab is more sturdy. I agree with that. Alright guys, well I gotta end this stream. I'm not sure who all's still watching anymore, but I'm probably gonna cut that part out and put it into a video or whatever, because I didn't want to sit down and record another video. Charity auction tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Pacific time. It's 12 a.m. Eastern. I'm sorry, I would do it earlier if I can. I have family reasons why I can't. But I will try to do a stream again, either here on Whatnot or on YouTube or over on Whatnot the following week with leftover items from this auction and stuff I'm getting that hasn't made it here yet. So, including some really cool stuff. So, yeah, it's more about it's the feeling guilty part. Figure drawing is more about feeding into the system of what I don't like to see. But at the end of the day, I just need to do what's right financially. It's like eating junk food. Enjoy it instead of feeling guilty, or don't eat it. Yeah, and that's where I'm at. It actually is a very good analogy. It's a very good analogy. I don't know. We'll see what I figure out. But I do have to get going. My wife's gonna be home soon. She's gonna be pissed if she walks in on camera. And this is ridiculous. There are so many boxes around me. I gotta kind of clean up. So I'm gonna get going. Thanks for watching, everybody. While I did this, it kind of helped me get through the stuff while I was trying to do something useful with my time while I was opening this stuff. Treat day versus treat day. Cheat day versus treat day. I like it. Thanks to K-pop. Thanks Starset. Thanks Tex was in here. Figure drawing. No, it's gonna be tough for her to walk in the door for sure. I already feel bad because this place is just a mess. Christopher was in here for a while earlier. Did I miss anybody else that was in here? Oh yeah, we had what was that name? We had X11 Bravo in here earlier. We had, I don't see his name in chat anymore. From the Bay, Stonecutter Cam was in here. That's right. Sonia was in here. Just starting to think everybody. Doug Kiesel. Oh, I didn't even see that the Cop Rage Babe was in here. Buddy McKinley. So, anyways, I'm gonna take off. But thanks so much for watching. Really help me out when I do those promo things that are gonna be coming out tomorrow. Try to help me out. If you would please do it, I would appreciate it. This is coming from somebody who doesn't like to ask things like, like and subscribe and all that stuff. Oh, hey, Kamikaze in here. Dude, what's up? How's it going? Without fail, people, and this is not me being negative. Without fail, people always pop in right when I'm ready to get out of the stream. I love it. Oh, Arthur. I want to thank you for my Ironheart 3. I ordered it back in September when I was yeah, I hope, did it get to you okay and everything? I hope so. I actually got super, super lucky. I got super lucky because when I sold it, I regretted it. I was like, man, I should have held on to that. And I got super lucky. I found one right after that. So it's I think like kind of a karma thing, right? So that was awesome. Brandon Buttrose, super air landing. I love it. Barbarian Kung Fu. Hey guys, if you're in here, the message I want to leave you guys with, if you missed me saying it, please, I literally am begging. I am doing a huge charity auction tomorrow for veterans on Drip. It's an app a lot of people don't know about, and I have to kind of convince people to get over there. I'll also be streaming here to YouTube. Please watch on YouTube or watch on Drip. Share my posts. I don't care about anything for me. I'm not that kind of person. But this is a charity stream where 100% of everything I sell is going to charity. It's going to veterans on Veterans Day. It's a cause that means a lot to me. Excuse me. I've had a lot of people send stuff in. Let's make a huge showing. Spread the word. Share my posts. Like, comment, subscribe. All that stuff that I don't normally say, I'm saying for this reason. And it's because I want this to go well. So the few of you that popped in here at the end, I really appreciate it. That you're here, that you're watching for any reason whatsoever. And if that's the one thing you can do is come watch my charity auction tomorrow night or share the word. I want to get 50 people watching it. At least. That would be my dream goal. I think if 50 people are watching it, we're going to raise a lot of money, because even if 10 people are bidding, I have things starting at $1. I have slabs starting at $25. It's going to be cool. I'm doing giveaways like for you guys watching. I'm going to give this away tomorrow night. This Tony Fleece signed Stray Dogs #1 that I just unboxed from CBCS. Yes, it's an 8.5. I don't know what the hell is going on with CBCS. I had him press it and everything, and I think it was a 98 contender when I gave it to him almost a year and a half ago. But it's a great book. Tony Fleece, Trish Forstner, both great people that I've talked to in the community, and they do amazing stuff. And I think that's gonna be a great book. So I'm gonna give that away. That's being given away. So even if you don't want to come bid and spend money and all that stuff, you can still win cool stuff. So please come do that. Thanks to all our veterans. That's the message I'd like to leave it with. You know, anybody who's active duty right now, like Starset Comics was in here. Starset Comics is an active duty Air Force service personnel, and still sent stuff for the charity auction. That's fantastic. So many people in this community have been touched by veterans, and so many people in this community are veterans, and we owe them a lot. And if we can give back to them and show them that we love them, I think that's fantastic. So thanks everybody for being in here. I'm going to end it now. Hope everybody has a great night. It might take me a second to end the stream, so if I'm awkwardly staring at the screen when I'm done, I'm sorry. It's me trying to end the stream. Have a good night, everybody, and I'll see you tomorrow night for the